Hello, hello. What is up, everyone? How are you all doing today? Luciano, good to see you. Naji, my friend, thanks for joining. Yes, I am the Prism guy. That is what I am most known for, right? Prism library. I think last time I counted, we had over 16 million downloads of Prism, which is pretty amazing if you think about it. Naji says, I have followed the courses about Prism on Pluralsight past weekend. It was amazing. Thank you very much for the kind words, Naji. I am glad you enjoyed them. So today is going to be an interesting day. I was supposed to stream this morning, but I had back-to-back meetings all morning long. And they started at like 7:30 a.m. and then didn't end until lunch, and then I had to have lunch. And so I'm starting a little late today. So my normal crowd probably isn't going to be here today, but I appreciate everyone who has joined me so far. But what I have to do today is I have to review feature work that has been done on a React date picker component. So if you're not familiar with what I do, I work for a company called Infragistics. You can see the little bar at the bottom there where it says Infragistics. And, we provide a number of UI components for developers to use in their client-side applications. And we're having a big release come up pretty soon. So I have to do like a blog post and, like a what's new blog post. And I have to test all the features out, give feedback, find bugs, and make sure the component works like a developer would expect it to work. Does the API make sense? Does the control behave properly? And then essentially, while I do that, I'm taking screenshots that I'm going to use for a blog post that I'm writing as well. And I just have a lot of work to do. So I figured, you know what? You guys could just watch me work. I'm just going to do my thing. And you can see all the glory that comes with being, in that DevRel product owner, manager, support, client, salesperson role, marketing person. So I wear a lot of hats at Infragistics, and I kind of do a little bit of everything. So right now I just have so much work to do. I'm like, you know what? If people can watch other people stream studying in a library for 6 hours straight, why not watch me evaluate APIs and make sure components are working and do some code reviews and things like that, right? Luciano, not streaming on Twitch anymore? No, I am not streaming on Twitch anymore. Mainly because my audience is just not on Twitch. They're just not there. That's not where they're at. I've actually had much more, success here on YouTube, and this is only like my 4th YouTube stream. And I already like the community. The community is great here. I know when I was thinking, I was asking my friends, hey, should I switch to YouTube? I really think I should switch to YouTube because that's kind of where my audience is at. I don't really have many followers on Twitch, maybe 1,200 or so. But I'm approaching 9,000 on YouTube. I'm like, maybe I should switch. And all my friends are like, oh, no. YouTube streamers, they don't get any participation. No one chats, no one watches. No one likes your videos. No one subscribes to you during your streams. Like, oh no, you won't get any, interaction from your community there. Yeah, that has not been the case. That has not been the case at all. The YouTube community is amazing. So I'm going to stick with YouTube for the foreseeable future. Because this is where my peeps are at. This is where my peeps are at. I got to go where my peeps are at. Right? So I guess without further ado, let's get working. Let's work. Who wants to work? Anyone want to work? Okay. So the first thing is I have already downloaded this date picker sample that was sent to me by my engineer, and so. Let me see what they've given me. Okay, it looks like a pretty basic sample React. Let me minimize that there. And we have just the date picker that we're looking at. So today, our goal is to evaluate this date picker component with a number of new features that have been added and just see how they work. And we'll take notes and feedback or any bugs that we find and send them off to the developer so they can fix them before we release, right? And so since this is a React, whoops, I thought I could have swore I hit that. Let me go ahead and npm install everything just to make sure everything is installed, because if I try to run this and it's not installed, I'll get a big fat error, right? But yeah, today was a crazy day. I mean, when I say I had meetings back to back to back, I had meetings straight from 7:30, 8 a.m. till 12:30. I just finished eating lunch, and I was a little worried, like, crap, what am I going to have for lunch? And luckily, my wife stopped and got everyone me and my kids some food for lunch. So I'm like, yes, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Okay, so I didn't starve. So now we're going to go ahead and run npm start. And let me, whoops, I'm going to raise this up just a little bit here so you can see my scripts that I run, if any. And you know what? I better close my email. Okay, I'm going to close that. Otherwise, you'll always hear that alert. Okay. So, all right, so here's the date picker. Our date picker component. It just drops down the calendar, and we can we type into it? Oh, we can type into it. Perfect. What happens if I type blah, blah? Okay. So if I type blah, blah, it goes to the first of the month? Does that make sense to you? Just that alone. See, my first test. Here, I'm going to open up Notepad. So this is what I do. I check these features out. I test them. I try to break them. And I provide feedback. So what would you expect if you're a developer and you're using this date picker in your component and your end user typed just some blah, blah, blah stuff in here? Oh, I can't even get it in there now. Oh, we broke it. Interesting. It's okay. Let me try this. Okay, now I could put, see, we found a bug. So if I put junk in here and hit enter, it goes to the 4-1, right? So what would you expect to happen there? I would expect if you're going to choose a date, it should probably be today's date, right? So if invalid characters, right? Use current date or not, or no date at all, right? Null, maybe? I mean, what's your feeling on that? Right now, it looks like you put some junk in here, hit enter, and it goes to 4-1, which is the first of the month. But today's the 8th. So think about that. Think about that for a second, how you would want that to behave. If you're an end user, you put in an invalid date. Actually, so that behavior looks, so if I choose 4-9, put in a date, it goes back to the original date, which I agree with that. But if you have invalid characters with no date set, right? That's the scenario. There's no date set, invalid characters, use current date or no date at all. That's a question I'll have to answer. I'm not sure I have the answer to that. Let me just refresh this. So by default, it looks like we can edit. That's good. So if I put like, I don't know, 5, 12, 19, what's it give me? Okay, that's good. Opens up. Okay, that works fine. John says, today's date seems better for invalid characters. It's kind of what I'm thinking. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So we'll put a vote. I'm going to put a vote right here. A vote of 1 for use current date. And if anyone has a comment about what you think, then I'll add your vote here as well. Right now, it's 1-0. Hedrick! Great content on Pluralsight. Really like your way of teaching. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you very much. Okay, so one thing I've already noticed. When I click in the edit, I don't know, I kind of expect the drop down to drop down. You know what I'm saying? Like I click in here and the drop down should probably open. Drop down should open when text field gets focus. Right? Because right now we're kind of we're forcing them to click the calendar icon. Oh, actually, what? Okay. Let's go to code. So we should have a property on this. Something like allow text input. So if I don't allow text input, let's save that. Let's see what happens. This is going to refresh real quick. I hope it, yeah, there it goes. So now we can't type in it. But when I click here, yeah, the drop down should definitely open if I click on this. And it is not opening, so that is definitely... Okay, so... when allow text input equals false, definitely do this. When it equals true, we should have a property / option to control if the drop down should open. Because I can kind of see scenarios where maybe you don't want the drop down to open, right? And they don't want it to open. So when you put the text editor focused, you don't want that to open. You're just going to type it in. So let's go ahead and set that back to true. Let that compile. Yeah, Luciano, some people prefer to write the date by themselves. And so let's play with that some more. Right, so I write the date myself. And yeah, that works fine. I can click the calendar, but I think the option should be there, right? The option should be there. Because some people might, anytime you click on this, just have it open. Now, something else I'm curious about. What if I put in Thursday, the 8th? Or no, wait. No, what if no, let's do this. April, can I type? I can't type, apparently. April 8th, 2021. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, let's double check that. January 5th of 2012. Okay, that's cool. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like that. Can I do... Oh, I guess anything would work, huh? What if I type it all out? December, 25th, comma, 2021. Nice. Okay, so that works pretty well. No comments there. Okay, let's play around some more. So what I'm running off of is, I hate finding my shortcut here. At the same time, I'm writing a blog post that will go over these features. So let me find that blog post. Our blog engine really blows, by the way. Like, really bad. So I'm going to open that in a new window and I'm going to edit this. So this is the blog post I'm working on right now. Right, this is the what's new in 20.1 Ignite UI for React. This is the release that we're about to push out this month, actually. And, I'm going to have this cool little intro, and I'm talking about the features that we're releasing in the React grid. And I've already tested these features, so these are good, right? Enter behavior, all the cool stuff you can do with your grid. Begin edit with key press. I really love that feature. Really love that one. Selection improvements. And then here we are. The date picker, right? So I've kind of highlighted the features I need to check out. So these are the new features, right? So text input, that's what I'm testing right now. That's the feedback we're working on. And then I need to insert a GIF of actually typing in characters and like it working, right? So let's actually do that. I use to create GIFs. What's the name of that thing? Oh, Camtasia. I use Camtasia. And so I will grab my little recorder here. See, and I can resize this recorder to whatever size I want. Whoops. And then I'm going to type some text. So I'm going to record like this. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to start recording. And I'm going to come in here. April 7th, 2021. Enter. Right? Or 8/12/2020. Enter. I'm going to stop it. What's going to happen now is it's probably going to open up on another screen. You'll see this little Camtasia. Chances are it's going to open up on the screen to the left. If it is, I'll drag it over so you can see what I do next. Yep, there it is. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to I'm going to trim this down just a tad. Right, so let's split that. Delete that. Oh, you can't even see because my bar is blocking the edit. Hold on. Where's my bar? Bottom bar. Boop. Okay, now you can see. Right, now you can see that. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna play this. Oh, actually, I could have trimmed that some more. Probably about right there. Delete. Right, so basically I use this app to record my screen, edit. Okay, so should I stop it there? Or should I show changing the date as well? I think I'll show both. But I don't want to leave that much. So I'm going to split it there. And I'm split it here. Delete that. See, so all I'm doing is I'm really editing this down. So we'll say April 7, 2021. Enter. Highlight. 8/12/2020. Enter. Stop. Split that. Okay, so now I've created this this little edit, right? And now I'm gonna create a GIF out of it. So I'm gonna do a custom production. It's an animated file. I'm gonna call this. What am I gonna call this? Date picker text input. Finish. And then here's my GIF, and it's playing. So I will use this GIF in the blog post itself, right? Actually, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. So I'm gonna minimize this. Actually, let me open that back up because I'm gonna delete, just in case I use that again. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna close it. Okay, so let's go back to the blog post. I'm gonna scroll down to where we're talking about the date picker. Text input, insert GIF, insert. Isn't working fun? Isn't this so fun? Blog, date picker, text input. Oh, what is the size of this? I gotta set the size right. Let's look at the properties here. 348. Right, so 348. Delete that. Okay. Save draft. Okay, oh, I gotta put my bottom bar back because I'm just kind of floating in space now. There we go, put that back. Okay. I just wanted you to see that how I was editing that. All right, so now we can refresh this. And there's our GIF. So yeah, you can now use the keyboard to enter dates into the React Date Picker component without selecting a date from the dropdown. Oh, you know what? I should add to that. I should add, you can enter, how do I want to put this? You can enter your date value as a numeric or alpha numeric representation of the date. Spell check. Does that make sense? You can enter your date value or you can enter the date value as a numeric or an alphanumeric representation of the date. Perfect. All right. So now let's, you know what? Let's skip format because I want to spend some time with formatting. Supposedly we have a today button. I don't see it here, so let's go into our code. And I'm going to assume, I'm gonna bring this down a line. I'm assuming we have like a today button. Show today button. Okay, so let's save that. We're gonna say show today button true. We'll wait for this to refresh. And now I'm gonna click this and there's our today button. So what's the today button do? What does it do? Okay, I got this weird flashy thing going up here. That looks like a bug to me. Okay, let me pick a date. Now let's hit today. Okay, so we definitely have something going on here. We definitely have a bug. If I select a date, we hit today. The today button doesn't seem to set the date to today, but it takes the calendar to today's date, right? However, we have this artifact where this is being highlighted for some strange reason, even though that's not the date. So if I close this, open it back up, the highlight's gone, but now we're on the wrong... Okay, so we have two bugs here. We have two bugs that we've found. Pick a date here. We have a highlight. Okay, all right. So first off, when setting a date and when setting a date, if you click the today button, if you click the today button, man, I can't type. You would think I'd know how to type by now. If you click the today button, I'm gonna say the calendar month changes to the correct month and the current day is correctly outlined. However, the first of the month is highlighted for some reason. Okay, so that's a bug. Another thing we have is when setting a date and using the today button, if you do not change the date, but close the calendar, then reopen the calendar, the calendar does not update to the correct selected or set. Yeah, set date, right? Is the current day not always marked with the border? No, the current day is always marked with the border. However, the problem comes is, here, let me clear that out. Okay, so for example, if I go back and I say February 2nd, and then I open this up, you see it says February 2nd, and it's that blue highlight, right? But now let's go hit today. Well, boom. First off, we get this weird, like, color on the first, right? And then, of course, today is outlined properly. Now, if I close this and open it back up, I actually expect to see this calendar represent February 2nd, 2021, not April 2021 with no selected date and the today outlined, right? So that's the problem. Maybe I need to think about how I worded that bug I found. But that's my expectation. Ali, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Maybe. Alexander, that's definitely a bug. That's definitely a bug. Okay, so we found a couple bugs there. Okay, so... But today... So I need an image of the today button to put right there. So let's at least take that picture. So we can do that. I'm not sure if I should take... Should I take the whole snippet or just of the today button? Oh, what should this look like? I could do that. Then I could open up Paint. Crop. Should I, like, I can highlight it, but I don't want people to think that's like part of the, no, I can't do that. Let's just save it as that. Because I was thinking of maybe trimming it, but I want you to see the calendar too. Should the calendar have a date? Yeah, hold on, let's redo this. Let's redo this. Oh, wait, I don't want that in there. There we go. I didn't want the blink in there. Yeah, that's gonna be a better picture there. All right, save as a JPEG, and we're gonna put it in the blog folder. Date picker today button. All right, so let's go ahead and add that picture. Insert image, upload. And then I don't think I have to set my width on this. Oh my God, I do. Woo, that's bad. That is bad right there. 319. There we go. Wait a minute, that's not the today button. Insert. This is the today button. Which is, yeah, 319. There we go. All right, so we have that. Now let's read this to make sure okay, so we have added a today button to the calendar dropdown that will allow you to not select the current date. That will bring the current date into focus within the calendar dropdown. I don't like this sentence. It's kind of long. We have added a today button to the calendar dropdown, right? This, no. Yeah, this button, this today button will bring the current date into focus within the calendar dropdown, no matter what month or year you have navigated to within the calendar. You can hide the today button from the calendar dropdown by setting the show today button property to false. Yes. Ooh. No, it's not on by default. It's not on by default, so you can show the today button from the calendar dropdown setting to true. Save draft. Right? Wasn't that it? Yeah, we had to actually show it. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. Oh, I don't remember. I think so. Okay, we'll go with it. I think so. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we'll double check this, refresh the blog, and there's our pretty picture. And I really hate that little bot. All right, so the next feature we have to review. You can now define the first day of the week for your locale by setting the first day of week property. Okay, I misspelled that. And okay, I changed that too. All right, so let's fix this. In this example, the first day of the week is to be set to, I don't know, what do you think? Tuesday? Who goes to work on Tuesday? Let's try it. Let's go to the code. So we expect to see a show. No, first day of week. First day of week. First day of week equals what? Is there a... Hold on, let's look at the type on this. Day of week. Okay. Day of week dot... What did we say, Tuesday? All right, let's run that. Let's see what happens. Let's let that refresh. There we go, Tuesday. That's weird. That is weird, but let's go with it. You know, Tuesday's kind of awkward. Let's do Monday. And I'm gonna update the blog to actually say day of week.monday. Right, because it's an enumeration. So Control B should bold it. Yeah, okay. And we'll just pick a date here. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Oh no, I don't want the blinky. I don't want the cursor in there. Ah, did it again. There we go. Take that. Working is so much fun, I'm telling you. Save as date picker first day of week. All right. Insert an image. I really wish they would support WordPress on this, but they don't, and it's so annoying. I love WordPress. Love it. 311. Whoa! What happened? Gustav! Hello, good to see you, my friend. Let's try this again, shall we? There we go. All right. Okay, so first day of year now. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to save that. Refresh. Okay, so first day of year defines when the first week of the year should start. Wait. Yeah, that's right. Defines when the first week of the year should start. First week of year, see. So I like to, when I start writing release blogs about features, you know, this is what I like to do. I like to stub them all out, write a quick sentence so I remember what the heck they are, and then I go validate that when I get the sample to play with and take the screenshot, right? And so far, besides the very beginning, we have to come back and do the format, but I have a feeling we're going to play with the format a little more. This is going to work out nicely because these are going pretty quick. Okay, we actually have a lot to cover, don't we? Okay, so first day of year. So we need to set the first week of year. Did I miss? Oh, it's not first day of year. It's first, wait, is it first? First week of the year. I have the title messed up. I have the title, it's first week of the year. Come on, Brian. Let's go back to our code. So I'm going to get rid of this. You know what? I'll just default it to Sunday. First week of year equals first week. Nope, that's not it. Let's go to the definition here. Yeah, it is first week. First week dot. But I don't have a... Hold on. Maybe I gotta import that. Yeah. First week. Okay, maybe not there. Import first week. Ignite UI inputs / first week. Right? Maybe? There we go. Okay, so we have first day, first 4-day week, and first full week. So let me check that against my my blog that I wrote. First day, first full week. Okay, all right, that's good. Defines when the first... okay, I don't like this description. You can set... No. You can, oh, what am I gonna say? Hello, Yosef. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining. You get to watch me work. Isn't that fun? We get to review an API for a React date picker and write the blog post for the release at the same time. First week of year. So I'm gonna go to January 2021. Wait, did I save that? Oh, I didn't. Hold on, let me save that. Compile. Okay. All right, so here we go. Go to the January. We need the first full week of the year. What's that mean? Let's change the value. What's that, Farisa? Hello from Morocco. Well, hello. That's it's pretty far from me. How about first day? Let's see what happens. I want to see what this actually controls, because I really didn't see a difference. Didn't see a difference. Let's go back to January. I'm not seeing anything. Am I supposed to see something? Is it me, or are we supposed to see something? You know what? Hold on. You know what? I bet I know what this has to do with. I bet this has to do with week numbers. I bet it has to do with week numbers. So we'll let that restart. Is that done compiling? Yeah, okay. So we're showing week numbers. I guarantee you that's what it is. Okay, so right now, the first day... Ah, that is it. So the first week of the year is right here. The first full week, because that's what we said, right? We said the first full week. That's the first week of the year. Okay, now let's change it. So those work hand in hand to first day. So I might have to think about how we talk about this in the blog. Yep, now the first week of the year is the first day here. See, January 1st falls on a Friday, but because we said the first day of the week, or the first of the month, essentially, becomes the first week. So that's how that works. So this depends on week numbers. So, okay, so let's move week numbers up. We have to promote week numbers because I think this has to go in order. Okay, so we have that. Yeah, different country, count the week different. Exactly. And that's why we wanted to make sure we added this feature to give developers the ability to change how this works depending on their locale, right? Who's texted me? Okay, don't care about that one. Don't care about that one. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. And don't care about that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's get rid... I want to see the default value first. Show week numbers equals true. Let's come back over here. Yeah, we have to do this one first. All right. All right, let's take a picture of that. Crop. We'll say that's a JPEG. Date picker, week numbers. Insert image, file upload, week numbers. Let me get the size of this. 325. Okay, save. Now, this relies, since this controls the week numbers, we need to change the wording here. Okay. When using week numbers. Whoops. When you're using week numbers, you can control, or you can define. There we go. What? The first week of the year. Wait. When using week numbers, you can define which. Now, when the first week of the year should start? When? Did I have that right? When using week numbers, you can define when the first week of this year should start. First, you can define when to start the first week. Oh yeah, I like that better. When to start the first week of the year. There. Thank you, Gustav. I appreciate that. I like that better. And do we have something up here? To do this, simply set the... What's the name of that? First week of... Okay, boom. Simply set the first week of year property to one of the following values. Bold that. All right, Yosef, it's real project of WPF Prism. This is not a Prism app we're working on now, Yosef. Is that what you mean? What we're doing now is, so this date picker that we're playing with, this is a UI control that is shipped by a company called Infragistics, right? So if you go to infragistics.com, this is a company that builds UI components. So if you go to like React, this is the product, Ignite UI for React. We have all these great controls that ship. Well, we are about to release a new version of this control that has all these cool new features in it. And we are going through them, testing them, giving feedback, and trying to find bugs, right? And seeing how they work. And I had to, at the same time, write the documentation, not the document, write the blog post for the release. So we're kind of doing this all at once. And you know what? I don't know if I should leave that or not. I guess I'll leave it. More information is better than less. Okay. So in this example, we have set the first week of year property to, what did we set it to? First day. Wait, what's the default? Hold on, let's remove this again. I want to know what the default value is. Just for fun. Okay, come on. Refresh. Did I save that? Let me just refresh that. Okay. Let's go to January. Oh, so it's first day is by default. Okay, so let's change that. We don't want first day then. We want first week. First full week. That's what we want right there. There we go. Yep, now you can see the week number. Boom. Save as JPEG. First week of year. Not if year, dang it. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, really. Upload. Just right there. And I forgot to get the size. 311. Okay, we set the first week of the year to first week of year dot first full week. Notice that the week number 1 now falls. What's that? Gustav, what's happened with your tech question series? No time. You still planning to do? Oh yeah, well, I haven't had a ton of tech questions, honestly. So that's the real reason I haven't really had a lot of tech questions. But if I get a good question, I'll still do one. But yeah, I just haven't had any. It kind of goes in spurts, right? Sometimes I get a lot of questions and I'll start going through them, and sometimes I just don't get any for a while. Okay, so notice that that week number 1 now falls on the date starting January 3rd instead of January 1st. How about that? Notice that the week number 1, bold that, now falls on the week starting January 3rd instead of January 1st. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah, so Gustav, if you have any good tech questions, let me have them. Send them to me. I'll do a video on them. All right, so that's good. What do we have next? Date limits. Oh, date limits are fun. Okay, so when date limits are set, via min and max dates. Do we have min and max dates? Do we really? Let's find out. Min date. Can I do any date I want here? Or do I have to have... Do we have something up here? Oh, look at this. I don't like how they wrote this component. I really don't like how they wrote this component. Let's try this. What is the min and max date? Year, month, date. 0. Interesting. Ah. Okay. That's a pretty cool little thing. Should I get rid of the week numbers now? I kind of have a feeling I should get rid of the week numbers. Maybe I should. For these screenshots. You know what? I'm going to turn them off for the next screenshots. Let that compile. Then I'll take the screenshot again. Okay. 2020. Now, the one thing that's interesting is the today date. The today date turned into... That shouldn't be right. That's not right. Okay, that's a bug. When using date limits, the today date is not correct. It seems to be using the last available date. Yeah, you should not... Just because you're using date limits doesn't mean you should change what the today date is. Like, no. Like, no, that... Yeah, that just doesn't work. So for the screenshot purposes, I'm going to select that date. I'm cheating! I know. I know. I'm cheating. I'm going to hide that bug. Oh, wait. I'm showing the today date as well. Oh. Show today button. False. Let's try this again. Get that reset. There we go. Boom. Okay. Gustav, or maybe if you put out of range data today, should not be visible anymore. Oh, well, I mean, we kind of have... Do you mean like not hide? Are you talking about like not showing these dates at all? Only show the dates that are in range? So if I come here, let's see, you can't select anything else, but you can still see the dates. So I kind of like that better instead of just hiding things, right? Because you know the dates are still there and you can still look at the calendar and get a sense of where a date lies within the context of the rest of the month or whatever. You just can't navigate anywhere else because it's outside that range. Boom. Okay, so we did that. We're going to save this as date picker. We're going to call this date limits. $308. I just noticed down here at the bottom, I can see that. Insert date limit 308. Okay, so when date limits are set via the min and max dates, max date properties, the React date picker will not allow out of bounds dates to be picked or entered. All dates that fall outside the set date limits will be disabled and grayed out. There you go. Gustav says, when you hide something, usually you do it for saving space. Right, and in this case, we don't have to really save any space. Okay, that looks good. In this example, the allowed dates are, what is it? 1. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. 1/15/2020 to 1, I think it was 30. 2020. Yep, okay. Sweet. Save. Okay, labels and placeholder. Okay. So we're almost done with this. Almost done. This is gonna be cool. Let me refresh. This should start looking pretty good now. Yep, looking pretty good. Okay. Let's get rid of that. We don't need the min date, max date anymore. What we need is, oh wait, no, label. It was label, right? Label is, this is a label. Oh wait. Enter date. That's the label. Let's save it and see what happens. I'm actually kind of proud. I mean, we haven't found that many issues. Right? If we look at our little bug list, we really haven't found that many. Okay, so here's our label. Oh, we do have a little... Okay, we did find a bug here. I spoke too soon. When using labels, when using the label, not labels, but label, the cursor overlaps, the cursor, I'll say blinking so he knows what I'm talking about, overlaps the label above the editor. Right, because I click in this, and you can see how how that happens there, right? How it overlaps, the cursor's overlapping the E on the enter date. But what we'll do first is we'll go ahead and take this screenshot. Okay. We're actually going to need 2 on this. So we'll call this date picker label. And this is 293. We're going to need 2 here. I'll write the text in a minute. We'll get the images in there first. Right, so that's that. And then we need a focused version. what happens when it's focused. And when it's focused, it kind of goes to the top, right? That's how the label works. And we'll just put that right in there. Save as. Label focused. And that is 295. Width of 295. Focused. Boom. All right, so we have the focus value. Oh, you know what I'm curious about? Let's pick a date. Oh, okay, the date fit. The date works. I was thinking maybe I should put a date in there. Right? That's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know what would look better. It might actually look better if we put a date in there. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep it the way it is. Because it is focused, it just doesn't have a date. However, it might look better if it had a date. Dang it. Leave it to me to come up with these, make the simplest decisions so hard. Right? I don't know. What do you all think? Should we put a date in there or keep it without a date? All right, that's without a date. That's with a date. I'm gonna leave it as it is for now. I'll leave it as is. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So now I'll write the... let's just write the text. So... I think this whole label thing is tied to like material and the material design language. I think that's kind of where this comes from. Actually, material label behavior. Let's see if we can look this up. Floating label. Well, I guess it is a floating. I mean, it is a floating label. This isn't what I'm looking for, though. Angular material. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for either. Come on. You see that? How that happened there? Yeah, see, that's what's supposed to happen. Boom. That right there, that's what happens. That is the material, like, floating label. So that's what we have. Oh, I was able to break it. Oh, there we go. Haha, what's up, Dan? What am I breaking now? Actually, I'm trying to find stuff that's broken. This is the React date picker component that we are releasing with a ton new features. And so I'm going through each and every feature, testing it out, making sure it works, and then writing the blog post about it. Right, so we're on the label right now, the label feature. And like, for example, this has a small bug where the cursor, the blinking cursor, overlaps the actual label itself. But I have my bugs that I found right here so far. I'm just trying to think of what to write about the label. So I was hoping I could steal some content from somewhere. But placeholder, I mean, it's a floating label, but can you teach Alan how to write blogs so we can get a shiny 2.0 release? I'm sure Alan knows how to write a blog. Accessibility troubleshooting. Yeah, see, it's not really talking about this behavior. Boom. It's called a floating label. I'm trying to find a good write-up on it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Floating labels display the type of input a field requires. Every text field and select should have a label, except for forward text fields. Okay. Which the user input placeholder attribute instead. Labels are aligned with the input. Okay, they could be they could be resting when a field is inactive and empty, or floating. Okay, so let's take some of this content and we'll make it our own. Right, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, so here's the blog post so far. It's kind of long, but I got a lot of images in it. Just talking about all kinds of cool grid features, edit features, navigation, selection, all that great stuff. And then we're on the date picker now. We got to come back to this format input text though. That should be a fun one. Just showing off it. We got the today. Oh, what? Oh, I had the today button on there. Dang it. I didn't want that on there. Oh, well. Crap, I had it on a lot of them. Ugh. Come on, Brian. That's all right. I turned it off here. That's fine. I am not redoing those screenshots just for that today button. Heck no. Who is this? Man, everyone must be trying to get a hold of me today. Yeah. You can provide a text caption or description, for the React date picker by setting the label property. Here we go. Okay. You can provide a text caption or description for the React date picker by setting the label property. When the okay, so down here, when the date picker receives focus, the label will then float above the editor, above the date picker. Yeah, that works. That works. So when the date picker receives focus, the label will then float above the date picker. In this example, the label property is set to enter date. Like that. Yeah, and then when the date picker receives focus, the label will then float above the date picker. Okay, that works. I mean, it's simple. I mean, there's not much to write about that. It's a label. Okay, so now let's talk about placeholder. Right? So now we have a placeholder which is different from the label. This is like a hint text. Right? So maybe month day, year, something like that, right? Boom, like that. There's our hint text. That kind of like gives you that format. But I don't like the capital. Right, that's kind of how that works. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's like a watermark, exactly. Jochin G, just like a watermark. So let's take a screenshot of that. Ugh, I don't want the cursor in there. Dang it. Oh my gosh. There we go. Boom. Go ahead and crop that. That's 294. Save as JPEG. Placeholder. There we go. When the value of the React date picker is null, you can enter a text hint to your end users by setting the placeholder property of the component. Perfect. That works. Placeholder. Oh, what did I say? 294? Yep, 294. Okay, and then accessibility. The React date picker is now accessible by screen readers and provides full accessibility. Nope, full and 503. Wait, what was it? What is it? What's the code? 508? 50. What is it? Someone know? Someone know? Anybody? Is it 508? Compliance. Yes, 508. 508. Boom. Okay, so really all we have to do left is the formatting, which I haven't played around much with this. So I wonder how we would do that now. So let's play with formatting. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not done testing this. Hold on. I got ahead of myself. So that hint text works fine. However, we got to test different scenarios, right? When you're testing new features, you have to like just try to break it the best you can. So for example, I'm going to remove the label and I'm going to see what happens. The expectation is I'm just going to see the placeholder. We have no placeholder. But when it has focus, it has a placeholder. Bug. You know what that means? You know what that means? It's broken! Miley up here breaking my stuff. That's a bug. That is a bug. Okay. Placeholder. Not visible when not using a label. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now, let's go ahead and delete the placeholder. I don't care about that anymore. Actually, I don't care about most of these anymore. What I care about now is the format. Is there a format? Format string. Or is it date time format? Ah, okay. I don't know the difference. Date time format. Format string. Let's look at this first. What is this? Date short, date long, date time. Oh, okay. Okay, this is kind of cool. I didn't know about this. Okay, so let's go back to this blog. We actually have two options to set the format. Right, so let me come down here. I'm gonna come down here. Two options. I'm just gonna make notes first. Two options to set the date format. Well, at least I think. Date time format property. I think there's two ways. I'm not sure. Date short, date long. Why would you have time short, time long? Because you can't set the time. This is only a date picker. We don't support time. That is... Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Date time format. Dot. Wait a minute. Did this import the wrong one? What did this import? Oh, yeah, that's not the right one. That's not the right one at all. Init UI dash inputs slash date time formats. There we go. Is there some kind of format validation for the input, or is validation not in the scope of the date picker? You know, I don't think we're doing like true validation to where you'll get an error message or something like that. But I think we will try to coerce the value if it's wrong, I think. But I'm pretty sure we don't have any actual like validation. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but we have it on there. Maybe they're thinking about the future. Yeah. I mean, you can't change the time. What if I did 0? What? Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. Because this is not a time editor. So that one's weird. However, I will document it. Because it's going to have date, time, formats, dot, date long, and date short. Those make sense. Right? Those make sense. The other ones do not. Okay, so let's delete this. And then we have format. Is this format string? Okay, so let's what would be a valid format? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head if that's even a valid format. I don't think it is. Because does this work off? Yeah, okay. But what if I did, is it the capital M that gives the whole month name? Yeah, I go stop. I'm with you, my friend. I'm with you. That doesn't make sense. I'm not sure that's respecting date string format. Here we go. Here we go. So that's just short day pattern, long day pattern. Okay, let's try some of these out. Oh, I had that one. I just had that. That's the short. That's the long. Okay. Let's try this one. Ah, no, that's... I mean, it doesn't have the slashes in it, but that just doesn't look right. 4/8. Day, month, day, year. This is... Oh, hold on. Is this a form? Yeah, that's C sharp. I thought there was a standard. Yeah, standard date time formats. I want the standard ones. Leonard Harris. I don't know much about React Native, but Prism for React Native. Prism everywhere. You know, I haven't played with React Native yet. I've watched some videos on it. It looks interesting. Specifically, I was researching it because I wanted to try to come up with an architecture to where I could share my React code from my website to React Native apps, all within like the same solution. And so I was kind of because I'm an architect. That's what I really love to do is architect systems. And I wanted to look at that. I didn't get very far before I got put on something else. But it's definitely something I want to check out. See, are these standard D, capital D? Let's try these. I just want some standard formats. Let's do capital D. See what capital D gives us. Yeah, that is not right. Okay. What was it, lowercase d? Maybe format string isn't the property we need to be working with here. Huh. Yeah, that doesn't seem to do anything at all. U. Universal. Let's try a U. Let's put a U in here. See what happens. I don't think this follows any type of standards. Maybe this format string isn't the property, right? The property we need. Here we go. WW Web Consortium. Here we go. What if we just put YYY? Well, first, let me check this. See, that didn't do anything either. Let's try YYY. Do I only get a year? I have a feeling that maybe this doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Hold on. I'm gonna bring up... I gotta chat with my engineer right quick. Let's see what he says about it. I'm like, hey, is the format string supposed to work on the date picker? Let's put a full date in there. Like this. Oh, that worked. Okay, so that kind of worked. I didn't get a year by myself. Let's try this one. So it kind of works? Okay, that didn't work. Two-digit month, two-digit day. Yeah, I'm looking at this. Yeah, he's like, yeah, is it not? The date time format should be default. Yeah, I'm saying that, you know, the date time format has a lot of time options that don't make sense. However, the format string isn't really working with a lot of strings, with a lot of options. Yeah, so I'm kind of giving them some examples of what's not working. So it looks like, according to the web, this is only what's like that. That didn't work. Yeah, so I'm chatting with him right now. What about the culture? Well, the format string should override everything. So I'm going to change that back here just to show the year. I'm going to send him a screenshot. Okay, so I think this one is, you know what that means? You know what that means? That's right. Everything's wrecked. Miley's all up here with her wrecking ball, breaking all our stuff. It's ridiculous. Okay, so format string completely broken. Got that bug in there. So dang, I'm kind of stuck then. That was our last. I'm so glad I waited to the last to do this one. Because this one really blows. Format string should work. Should work, but doesn't. He's messaging me right now. I mean, we could still do this. All right. Try to change the culture of the browser and test it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because I have all these other tabs, like all that stuff. So he's saying he hasn't seen a date picker that allowed a format that just showed the year or just the month. I can modify it. I just want to know what's supported. Yeah, also to clarify what's with the time. Well, yeah, obviously this is not a time picker, but they're using the, what's it called? I just wrote about it. Date time formats. Yeah, they're using the date time format property. Which that doesn't make sense. That's a great point. That's a great point. Why use date time formats for the date picker? Time doesn't work with this component. Doesn't make sense. That's a great point. Like, why even have that? It should just be date format. Unless they're thinking one day they're going to have a date time picker that will derive from this. Maybe they're trying to think long term. So maybe I'm waiting for his response right now. Maybe they only support a month year combo. It's easier to parse the strings. So I don't know if you are asked the question often, but have you seen Avalonia, cross-platform UI framework inspired WPF? I think I have. Hold on, he just replied. He programmed to support different combinations of day, month, year. So month, day, year, day, month, year. Okay. Ugh. That's, oh man. So year, month, day. Will that work? Year, yep, for it. Yeah, that worked. What is... Hold on. Let's try this. He's telling me what we're going there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so Bandy SC, he's asking if I've heard of Avalonia. You know, I've heard of Avalonia. I don't have any experience with it though. Avalonia. I think this is the one you're talking about, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any experience with this whatsoever. I've heard of it. I've never used it though. Yeah, so I'm saying, okay, we'll need to document this pretty well. All right, so he's basically saying, here, actually, I'm going to screenshot what he said. Oh, whoops. And then we'll cover it together. So this is what he's saying. He's saying, I programmed it to support the different combinations of day, month, year. So DMY, for example, MMDDYY, DDMMYYY. Y? Yeah, Y. For a day, D, double D, triple D. For a month, M, double M, triple M, quadruple M. For every year. Okay, so that's where we're limited. Any combination of DM. Okay, save that. So let's try this then. What does quadruple D give me? What does quadruple D give me? 8 Thursday. Band ESC. Yep, it's a really nice replacement for WPF. Lately there was a JetBrains webinar about that one. Switched from WPF because I need a cross-platform solution. Now I'm even using your Prism with it. Sweet! Nice! That's awesome. And if no one knows the reference to that noise, let me just give you a Key and Peele noise. This is a hilarious video called Noise. Oh, sorry. 2 O's. 2 O's. Noise. I drive my 10-year-old crazy when I do that. She hates it when I do that. She hates it. Okay, so what's double D then? Day. And what's this? What's this give me? See, I was kind of hoping the format string would work with any kind of like long. See, the problem is 8 April. So MMM gives me the. What about 4 M's? Does that spell it out for me? This is going to require some documentation, for sure. That spells it out. What if I space like this? Can I just use spaces, or do I have to have a separator? We're definitely gonna have to document this. Okay, that's not bad. What if... What about this? Put 10 M's. Is that really a thing? Is 10 M's really a thing? Okay. So if I put a comma in there, I can say Thursday, April 8th, 2021. Right? Okay. No! It didn't like my comma. It did not like my comma at all. Can I put a comma here? Because with the date time format, I could get a comma in it. Does not like commas. You know what? Let's do this. date time format. Date long. What's this look like? Oh no, they're parsing it somewhere. I was hoping it'd be a string so I could get the date long string from it. Can I put dashes? Yeah, I just messaged them. No commas allowed. Dashes work. Dashes will work. Month. Tuesday. Month. Wait a minute. Gives me April. But I only wanted... Something weird's going on. That's giving me April 8th, even though I just said MMM. See how it says MMM? That should just give me the month. The days over here. See, this is not working as I expect. This is not working as I expect. Yeah, okay. This one's troublesome. I'm trying to replicate the long date format using a format string, but it's not working. Okay. Date time format equals date time formats dot date long. Yeah, it looks like this is definitely buggy here. Format string. Oh wait, format string. It's not completely broken. Maybe complicated or limited. No comma support. Okay. See, this is what I was trying to do, but it doesn't support comma. All right, so I think we've done enough of the research here to know that we're limited on the format string. Also, actually, I'm gonna respond to him saying also, why do we have time options in the date time formats when we only support dates? Shouldn't we only have a date format? Yeah. Basically, I'm asking him about this one. You know, why do we have date time formats? It should just be a date format. Like, it doesn't make any sense. No sense whatsoever. Only works with combinations of M. Oh wait. DD. Year. Okay. Only dashes, dash, slash, space, period. That's the only thing that's supported. No comma support. Okay. All right, so I think we have enough information to, let's do something simple. Let me remove this. I'm gonna put our format string back on there. Oh, the reason the date-time formats was used because it was pulled from the date-time column at another engineer suggestion, ensuring the format was already doing those. Oh. So basically I'm saying, you know, well, if the component doesn't support time, now we're exposing an API that gives the impression we do, and it will even display the time, but cannot be modified or chosen from the component. Okay, so let's use this as an example. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that to show what you could do. Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because I'm gonna put this back. Let's cut that out. Let's put this back in there. Yeah, he's always saying he can remove those from the enum without causing an issue, as I have my own copy of the enum. Okay, actually... yeah, let's chat about this tomorrow. I am in a live stream now. Okay. So the name might change. I just said, you know, we might change the name of this from date time format to just to date format, right? And then date formats and remove all the time stuff. Then we can actually add more enums for other commonly used types or formats, right? So I'm gonna pick this. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Right? Okay. All right, we're making progress now. We're back. So we'll call this date time picker. What? Date format. Okay, because we have two different ways to do this. And you know what? I'm gonna call this date format. I'm going to insert image, date format. Well, I didn't get the size of it because I wasn't paying attention. 300. Okay, so this is set to long. And then the format string. Let's do a format string. What should we do for the format string? How about we flip it around? We do like format string equals like year slash month slash day, right? Or no, let's do like a dash day. I don't know, we could try to make it weird. Let's make it weird. Ah, that didn't work. You can't intermix. You can't intermix the dashes. They have to match. What? Yeah, that's weird. That's okay. We'll go with that. That little stuff we can work on. I'm aware of it, so I can fix those bugs. And if you don't want to call them a bug, we can say we can add the feature to make the parsing more flexible. Right? Isn't that what we want to say? All right, so this is gonna be date picker format string. This is 297. So I'll add this in here. Format string. Whoops, nope, 297. And this is actually year slash month slash day. Okay. Okay, that works. That will work. All right, so now let's look at our text. Now that the text input has now that text input is allowed in the React date picker, it is important that you can format the date that is displayed in the area of the date picker for your locale. I like that better. To set the format of the date, you have two options. Right? Yeah, two options. The date format property. Oh no, undo. What did I do? Okay, there we go. Whew, thought I messed it all up. So the date format property, which is an enumeration containing common date formats. And in this example, we are using the date formats.long. Oh, what'd I do? .long option. All right. The format string property, which allows you to use any combination of DD, or, oh my God, this might be hard. This actually might be hard to like format. Or year. Separated by, yeah, so maybe, oh, that's kind of, oh, I know, let's put it in quotes. might help if I put spaces there. This might help like separate it a little bit, right? Separated by either a slash space. No. Space slash. I think it make more sense than question or question. What? You lost me. You lost me on that one, my friend. Gustav. Dash. What else did he say? Hold on, I wrote it down in my notes here. Dash, slash, space, or period. Or period. Haha, I'll put a space. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Okay. The following example is using the YYYY format string. Okay. These what should I call them, indicators? These can be used in any combination such as he said day, month, year, month, day, year, or year, month, date. You know what? I don't need to put that. I don't need to put that. That's fine. I think that's fine. Okay. Oh, I didn't hide. There. I like to bold my property names. I'm gonna wrap that. Okay. All right. I think we have something here. I think we got through all of it. You know what? Column summaries, I'm not 100% sure those are gonna make it, so I'm gonna remove that for now. Column summaries may or may not make it into the React grid. To be clear, the summaries are there, but you have to use an API. So what we're trying to do is create a UI, an interactive UI for you to more easily apply those. Oh, Gustav says D space. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're thinking, okay, hold on. Let's go back here. So instead of doing this, like get rid of those. Like that. Name a combination of D. You know what? I'm gonna leave them in there. Because I want them to, know they could be used individually, And actually, let's test something. One thing we didn't test is just single. I'm just curious what would happen if we did that. Let's find out, shall we? Okay, nothing really. But it looks like that's supported, actually. Actually, I think that is supported. I need to update my thing. I need to update the post again. Yep, I need to update the post again. Okay, actually, D, single M. There, that's better. Because, you know, our documentation for the component will explain, or should explain this much better than what, in much more detail than what I'm doing, right? This is just a blog post to tell you what's new and kind of how it works. I'm not trying to show you like all the deep details about it. All right, so let's save this and refresh here. And I think my work for the day is done. I think we did it. Oh, stop at the bot already. Jeez. Enter behavior. Got the GIFs showing all the cool stuff. Selection improvements. React date picker. Setting date will depend on the format string. No, what would happen is you set the date no matter what. I mean, the date's going to be whatever the date is. The format string just shows you how it's going to be formatted. That's it. So for example, I can actually input this date any way I want. Like 1/12/1989. And it didn't work. God. But if I go 2020 / the month 03/12, that should work. Okay, so that works. What about, what's today? Thursday, April 8th, 2021. See, that didn't work. (6/12/15). That worked. No, it didn't work. Interesting. Dan says, dude, you were working? Looked more like clowning around with a bunch of silly web stuff instead of Prism. Yeah, so I was under the impression the format string would only format the data after the date. So if I actually set the date in code, the format string will just change the way it's formatted. That's it. But it looks like if you set the string format, the date you enter has to match the format. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. I'm going to write that down. I'm going to write that down. If using format string, the entered, I'll say the date entered by text input must match the format or it will not work properly. So that may be a bug. I like to get the data from a database to API and pass it to the component. Oh yeah. So yeah. So you can do that, right? You would just set the selected date, right? So did we call it value? I think we just called it value because you can get the selected date. I forget. I think I have to do it with an event, but you set the value equal to this dot selected date. Now I think we have a date set. There. It's 1/20/2020 is the selected date. Yeah, 1/20/2020. Right there. So yeah. Boom. So you could do that all you want, no problem. What I was concerned about was entering the date. Like if I want to enter 2/5/1956. That is what doesn't work. I got 2007/9/07. Right? So that's the part that that gets me. But I noted that down in our bug list. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of these in a better format and then send it to the team for research to make sure my assumptions were correct when I wrote these. and get things fixed. Because I want comma support, dang it. I want a comma. I want a comma. Is that so hard? All right. All right. Is there anything else we need to do here? I think we got it. Dan says bug list, aka undocumented feature list. Is that, yeah, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Yeah, I really don't like the React component approach, the component approach to creating. I like the function components now. It's so much easier. So much easier. Like 1,000 times easier. Once I started using functional or function components, like React came like easier to me. Like it just was easier to adopt, I guess. So every time I see this old way of doing things, like this annoys the heck out of me. Like, oh, that's so frustrating. Now I hear that the component-based approach is still has like, you could do more things with it, has more features, but I haven't run into any of those yet. Not yet. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to cancel that batch job. Close that out, close that out. Make sure that's saved. Because I think this blog post is done for now. However, I'm going to wait to see if there's any more features coming. And yeah, because these features you're seeing right now in React, these are the same features that are going to be in our web component product, and it's the same features that are in our Blazor product, and technically our Uno product and UWP product and WinUI product. All of these go into the same components that are shared across all these different platforms, right? Sweetness. Sweetness, sweetness. All right. I think that's good. I think we had a successful work day. That's just part of what I do, isn't it? Isn't it so much fun? Isn't that fun? You get to watch me work while you work. But no joke, I found a channel that has this this lady or this girl who studies in a library. That's all she does. She goes, she'll sit down, she'll turn her camera on, and she will study in the library. Not say a word. Not say a word. Just sit there and study for her class for like 5 hours. And she has like 1 million views on that video. Like, oh my God. She'll have like 10 or 15,000 people watching her live on her study live stream. So I'm like, you know what? You know how many people would love to watch me work and write blog posts and create content and test components and features, log bugs? Heck yeah. I'm just kidding. Apparently there's 10 of you. 10 of you enjoy that. All right, everyone. Can't afford library access. Oh, yeah. Oh, what do you mean? Your libraries aren't free? Oh, it's a joke. Got it. So there's a delay. There's quite a delay, actually, from when I see your chat to when the video... Actually, I'm going to do a test. Where's my stopwatch? I'm going to start a stopwatch because I've been wanting to do this. And I'm going to raise my hand up. And I'm going to see how long it takes before it actually shows up on your end of the stream. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's see how long it takes. Wow. Boom. 9-second delay. There's a 9-second delay between what I say to when it reaches your ears. Yeah. And that's on my side. It may take even longer on your side. But for me, for what I saw, there was a 9-second delay from when I raised my hand in real life to when I saw it in the stream on my screen. So that's actually a huge a huge delay. That's a huge delay. So that's why a lot of the times when I read your chat, my response probably comes pretty late because I don't see your chat until essentially 10 seconds later. So, all right. Well, it's 3:30. It's actually perfect stopping time. I'm kind of hungry. I need another snack because I only got to eat once today so far. That really sucked. Because, you know, I had early meetings. They went through lunch. I had lunch. And so you can watch your own stream. You can see. But all right, everyone. I want to thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you. I know that you could spend your time doing anything else that you chose to spend it with me. And I greatly appreciate you. Thanks for joining me today. Love you all. And I will see you in the next video or live stream. One or the other. Whichever comes first. Have a good one, everyone.